Hello, everybody, and welcome into Inside Cornerstone here. Brett Pritchard and Pastor Billy Coleman with you today. Coach, good to see you.
Good to see you, Brett. It seems like we always meet at this time.
We always meet the same place, same time.
Well, I'm really
That's
enjoying
pretty tough for us.
It is. Yeah, it is pretty tough.
But we're glad that you've joined us out there, wherever it is that you might be watching or listening to us. Again, this is your weekly look at everything going on at First Global Methodist Church here in Alexander City. And again, so many great things going on in our church. And boy, when you get into November, boy, the calendar just speeds up. It seems like so much stuff going on that we got to cover today, and we want to get into. I know we just had Veterans Day this past Sunday. We want to talk about that.
Absolutely.
We'll have our good friend David Simpkins on with us to talk about the music program and everything that's going on there. Yeah. We got a vanilla sale going on.
I was going to say, and Brett, what do you have here?
Hey, there you go, man. It's called Madagascar Vanilla. And if you haven't gotten your bottle of vanilla, the time is running out. So,
we're deteriorating.
Do I feel like that I'm on some type of infomercial? I mean, we just need to run a price down at the bottom.
Can we put a phone number up? Yeah, call now.
Just get a QR code, and everybody scan the QR code, and we'll deliver it to you. No, we really won't. But can't be much left as far as.
The word I got, and I personally know the lady that's kind of in charge of this.
If you can't get
information, it's the only time in my life.
Well, don't send you a text.
Yeah, that's true.
Don't text him. So.
Well, they're about to run out of it, and they're going to make $10,000 off this, amazing. And this is a good deal. Now, for somebody like me that doesn't know, but you order this from some of the people that actually sell this online. I mean, you're saving a lot when you buy that, and it's for desserts and stuff. I do know that.
So let's talk about it for just a second. This is the Cornerstone Global Women getting this and raising money for their group.
And a big part of that's going to the youth center.
So as you just mentioned a few weeks ago, there's a portion of that going to the youth center. Right. But right around the holidays, everybody getting together with Thanksgiving and then Christmas and all the different events, a lot of cooking going on.
And they're never going to make it to the Christmas holidays because the demand is so great. But I do know this. I think you're going to see a much larger batch next year.
Well, I was going to say, that's what we talked about a couple of weeks ago when Shireen was on here. There's no question that they'll probably double what they made.
They made 500 of
so we'll be looking at 1,000.
They're gone.
So you don't have much opportunity left. Seriously, on a serious note, if you want this, you better call the church office. You better get in touch with somebody because they're not going to hang around much longer. I can't believe, really shocked that there's just a few bottles left now, but they will be gone. The price on this again?
$20.
$20. So
if you bought this from someone else out there, some of those places that sell this vanilla, it's about 30. It's closer to 30. You're saving about $10.
20 for one, 40 for two, right?
We got that deal. 5 for 100.
There you go, man. These just keep getting better and better. No wonder it's selling out. So, but anyway, this goes to a really good cause. I mean, we wanted to talk about this because it's coming toward the tail end of quantity that they have, and again, the process that goes in. They make this, by the way. This is not some order and you slap a label on a bottle. This is a 9-month process. So when it's out, it's gone. It's not like they can run in there and make a bunch more. Yeah. So and this women's group is growing and growing and growing.
They had a meeting today. They go off on, they call Thursday Wanderings.
Do they let you come in there?
What?
Do they let you wander in there?
No, I have to work.
I was going to say,
I'm basically put up stuff and all that kind of bring people. Vanilla. Yeah, I delivered vanilla.
You did a good job delivering mine today.
Hey, there was a guy that came by me the other day and said, "Yeah, you're on that show. Is it Brett?" I said, "Yeah, that's Brett." He said, "You know what he said?" He said,
"I don't know."
Man, y'all are crazy.
Well, it's good that we can live up to our reputation.
You have to watch to see that.
That's exactly right. Somebody's watching. Now, how long they're watching is a different story. But, again, we do appreciate everybody that comes up to us. And I get people that come up to me all the time out in public and talk about enjoying watching the show. And, again, at the end of the day, we want to relay the message of everything going on with our church. And, We get a synopsis from you every week on the past sermons that you've had
Right.
and all the events. I want to start this first segment, talk about the event coming up. On Sunday is the tailgate party, and
okay,
that's
sure.
it's a big deal. I mean, the different cook teams will be out there, and I believe Kane, you got the flyer. If we can throw that up there again at some point in time, I didn't give you a good cue on that, but we do have a graphic that we want to show everybody.
Yeah.
If you're in town, you want to come by and be part of this. It's a phenomenal opportunity. I'm over the college group, so it should be fun.
You're pretty competitive on this.
We are competitive. So,
right. Yeah.
If you enter a competition, I mean,
you play to win.
You got to play to win. You don't play for second. So.
That's right. Well, no, I think I'm supposed to next Tuesday. I'm supposed to have you some deer meat.
I think so.
Is that right?
Well, your son's on my team now, so. So he did say something about that, but the tailgate party is from 4 to 6. The food will be ready at 5. There's the graphic right on cue.
There you go.
This is for the youth building fundraiser. So you come out and make a donation. There will be tons of great food. Me and David were talking about it just a minute ago. We were talking about the event, and of course his band's going to be out there playing. So
they're good.
That's even more
really
incentive
good.
to come out on Sunday afternoon and not only have some good food, but hear some good music and good fellowship. And I know David will be appreciative of that with the student ministry and helping getting this youth building to the finish line. Drove by yesterday, man. It's
coming
there.
on. It's coming on. They're still working on the electrical right now, but they're working hard on it. And you mentioned the fellowship. Such a wonderful blessing at our church right now with the fellowship. And I know when David gets up here, we'll talk about Sunday night, this past Sunday night,
right.
Going down to the campground, the choir sang. Unfortunately, they had to listen to me, but those people, they had an unbelievable covered dish. Brett, I believe they could have fed 500 people.
Wow.
I mean, but it was so great. But getting back to the fellowship, this is going to be a lot of fun.
This has been a great event for a long time.
A lot of competition.
A lot of competition, and it'll be fun. And,
it will.
Hopefully teach these boys and girls a little bit about competing on the food side of things. So.
And, our youth really appreciate this. And, David Hand's part of that, of course, but the youth have been so nice. There have been some people that have had some flat tires, things like that. They're running out. Anything to do to help. They actually appreciate all the work that's going on around them so they can have this youth center.
Awesome.
And it all just fits,
It does. You see so many good things coming together and coming down the stretch here. Are they still on track for it to be ready to go into as far as occupied by the end of December?
You know how slow things get when you go inside and start finishing it out.
Yep.
I think it's very possible. It could be by Christmas. It could be by the first of the year.
Right.
It just a lot of it depends on how all the details work. Because they're going to have a kitchen in it. There's a lot of things like that on the inside that
Sure.
you don't see that from the outside.
Yeah.
There's some detail there.
The good thing is really while the building was coming up, the weather was really good.
Perfect.
So they were kind of ahead of schedule on that part.
Yeah.
So it saved them some time there. But
And people, there's no way I can truly picture how our church is stepping out on this. This is a new church. I mean, and we're building a really, really nice youth center and on faith.
God's going to take
it's
care of it.
such a blessing to be a part of that.
Talking about that, and I know you've told me several times before, basically a campaign, a capital campaign, and giving is you don't like to talk about the money, but right now we're in the middle of ours.
Yeah,
and
kind of have to talk about it.
We have to talk about it. Well, because if you're going to have nice things, you're going to do. You're going to keep the programs you have.
To create them, yeah.
You gotta have the funding. We'll come back. We'll talk about that. We'll have David join us as well. Just still got a ton that we want to discuss, but do want to make a mention when we come back and talk a little bit more about that when we come back.
Oh, that'd be great.
So
Thanks.
stay tuned. Just getting started here on Inside Cornerstone.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
Whether it's Lake Martin, Lay Lake, or Logan Martin, boaters from all over the state of Alabama come to Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama, because it's worth the drive. With the best deals on unbeatable Suzuki outboards, Manitou and Landau Tritoons, and a great pre-owned inventory while they last. Alex City Marine is the pros the locals know. And no matter where you're from, when you're here, you're local to us. Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama. AlexCityMarine.com.
Medicine Express Family Pharmacy, located conveniently at the corner of Airport Drive and Highway 280 in Alexander City, offers friendly service, convenient drive-through service, and can answer any questions on prescriptions and vitamins. Local family owned with 30-plus years of pharmacy experience, they also offer compounding services, which includes personalized hormone replacement, therapies, and pain gels. And they accept most insurance and discount cards. Go see them today at Medicine Express Family Pharmacy.
Amanda Scroggins with RE/MAX Around the Lake will cover every inch of Lake Martin's 880 miles of shoreline to find your family's dream home. Amanda's experience is top-notch, and she is consistently a top 10 RE/MAX agent in the state of Alabama. Her love for her clients is sincere and from the heart. Call her today at 256-749-6634 or visit her website, amandascroggins.com, today.
Hey everybody, I'm Brett.
Billy?
And I'm Matt.
And we want you to join us each week for Inside Cornerstone. Coach, Matt, excited to have this show on every single day throughout the week leading up to Sunday.
Jesus Christ is going to be glorified in everything we do. You won't just be listening to messages. You're going to be hearing about things going on at our church.
And make sure you join us at our worship services 9 and 11 o'clock.
Join us each week right here on Inside Cornerstone on WAXC TV.
As your State Farm team, we will be there for you with the financial strength to deliver on our promises. Service that's a sure thing. You can think of us as your good neighbors who help protect what's important to you. We're here when you need us the most. You can call us 24/7 to get answers to your questions, file a claim, or see if we can find you more ways to save. We have many coverages and many discounts. We can help protect more areas of your life and find every discount you qualify for along the way. Please call us or visit 2048 Cherokee Road for coverage you can count on.
For 30 years, Derek Blythe has built a reputation in the Alexander City area as the family attorney. He's always been passionate about fighting for his clients because he believes everyone deserves an advocate in their corner. People of his community deserve to have someone in their corner to fight for them. And he loves making lasting relationships with those people and their family. Whether you're seeking child custody, divorce, visitation, looking for compensation after being injured in a car accident, probating an estate, dealing with a contractual dispute, fighting criminal charges, Eric Blythe is here for you.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
Welcome back, everyone, to Inside Cornerstone, and glad to have David Simpkins with us now, our music director.
Good to see you, David.
Great to be
Man,
here.
I'm telling
thanks
you.
for putting me on the show.
David, man, he's such a wealth of knowledge on all the bands and different genres of music. He and I sat out there for about 15 minutes before the show, and we were just diving into some stuff. Me and him could go for another hour, I think.
We've been practicing. Let's start a duet for him. We've been practicing on something.
Okay. How much?
I don't know.
Let me hide this from you. How much have you So we'll put the vanilla over here.
This guy
been a
is,
little too much.
our church is so blessed to have David, and I'm not just talking about his musical skill. It's absolutely off the charts, but his spirit.
Right.
This is someone that wants to love Christ, that wants to do things in such a way that it's an example of Christ. And to have him leading the music and the enthusiasm, not just. I mean, I looked at, this is a formal worship service at Green Street. I look out there and they're swaying. I thought I was at Texas A&M. They were like doing this back and forth, and David had those people swaying back and forth. Yeah. Man.
Or you thought you were in the stands at Jordan Hare Swag Surfing. Right? But David, I'll say this, I didn't know you. But for just a small amount of time, basically just a few months ago, met you and when you came to the church, and you're one of those guys that every time I see you, you're smiling, and again, that's not a fake facade. You can't fake that.
No.
And that, I think that's what you're saying, Coach, is that
yes, sir.
You're just so approachable, and you can see how this music program has blossomed under your leadership. And so not only does it matter that you know music and you know music really well, but what you bring and how you bring others in and make them feel. And look, proof's in the pudding. You can talk a good game and you can say you're good at something, but your eyeballs tell the tale. And you can look at our choir and you can look at our music program and the trajectory of that and the ideas that still you guys are working on that are in play. Man, it's just exciting to see what you guys are doing.
Give us your perspective, David. You're from Sylacauga.
You can pay us later after all that, David.
You're from Sylacauga.
Yeah.
Tell us what's going on.
Well, first of all, I need to come and be on this show a lot more often. I've heard some, saying some super nice things. And well, I would say this is what's going on with Cornerstone is our fearless leader, Billy, insists that we keep our focus on what we need to be focusing on, on the cross, on Christ. And I think when we do that, when we're doing that, what's going on with the people in our programs, out of that grows a hunger to want to serve. And if they have a hunger to want to serve and they love music and they want to be a part of the music and worship program, my job's really easy. I just got to, dream up a good way to plug them in and guide them, give them a little guidance in the right direction, and then God does the rest. And that's, God gets the glory for all of this.
No doubt.
And it's not being distracted, not trying to, let our egos get in the way or anything like that. It's not about us at all. It's about us together trying to find a way of lifting Christ up. So that's.
A lot of energy.
That's what's going on.
Yeah, a lot of energy with y'all's group. And you guys came over and sang at the Arbor a few weeks ago to start that service. And, Coach said that, that's the whole point of what we're doing at Cornerstone. We're not Green Street or we're not the Arbor or we're one church. And, I think that interaction across the road and then with the youth and everything that we have going on, to me, has been more cohesive than I've seen in a long time.
Right. Well, we're all on the same team, and people have different taste, I guess, with what they feel comfortable with as far as worship goes. But I tell you what, I'm a classical guy. I love a good classical, organ, piano, choir, orchestra stuff, which I'm sure we need to talk about that here in a little bit. But I tell you, I get a thrill when Jody Lumpkin calls me or texts me and say, "Hey, I need a keyboard player for Sunday at the Arbor Contemporary because I have another foot in the contemporary world." And we did a Stephen Curtis Chapman song this past week, which I was all about. He's one of my heroes in Christian music, and so I love to play. Anything I can do to plug into the church and serve is what I'm here to do. So.
Well, you guys took it to the road this week, and so I want to talk about that. Again, one of our missions here at Cornerstone is not keeping everything in the walls of our facilities, but taking the message out to others and being part of other churches and other events, and you guys were at a revival down Campground Road at
That's right.
just talk about that, guys. I'll kick it over to y'all. It seemed like it was a really good night.
Well, Scott Rayleigh is the pastor there. I've spoken many times at Campground, and they were very interested in hearing our choir come. And of course, David and the choir was all over it. So take it from there, David.
Well, Billy asked, and would you like to go off campus and sing at a special event? And I said very quickly, yes, we will. And then the choir, they jumped on. There was no conflicts. I said, hey, I'll be there. We'll all be there. And I think we had all but about maybe 2 or 3 people that were able to be with us on a Sunday evening.
And a bunch of more from the congregation were there.
That's right.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
We travel well too, like a good football team.
We travel well. We travel well. We eat well too. But after it was over, the fellowship dinner was amazing. But
I could have fit 500 people. Don't you
Yeah,
think?
I think
mean,
so.
that was absolutely.
So what? Let me
incredible.
go back. What was it? Just an invitation from them?
Well, they're having a revival.
Right.
Revival.
And I did the Sunday night service, and they had a gentleman do a Monday night service there. I have actually done a week-long revival there. And what was beautiful to me, David, you might comment on this, is watching the two congregations just come together, and we weren't sitting in groups. We were all intermingled with each other, went in there in the fellowship hall when we were eating, and that was really impressive, wasn't it?
Yeah. So what struck me was, back in Sylacauga at our former church, we used to have an incredibly active youth choir program, and we had this spring tour that we'd go called Sing Out. We'd travel all over the country, sing for people. We'd stop at different churches along the way, sing. Usually there's a time of fellowship. Teenagers always looked forward to being able to mix and mingle and meet people from wherever we were.
I know where you're going.
Arkansas or Missouri or Washington or wherever. And then I looked out, the other night, Sunday night, and at one point I looked out, and this was after the service, and our people, and by the way, our choir did a fantastic job. I was very, very proud of them. But it was, we're all, 40s, 50s and up, as far as our age. But we were just like a bunch of teenagers. Like, here we are just meeting people, and it's like having a mixer with the teenagers,
Yeah, right, right.
And it was just great fun. The love and the fellowship and the joy, that I was seeing with the two congregations was just it was magical.
Let me jump on
Yeah,
something
do
right
it,
here.
do it.
This guy right here would go fetch our basketballs when we would be shooting. When I played basketball in Sylacauga, and this little guy right here would run around and throw the ball back to us and stuff. It was great. His father, Brett, and his grandfather were band directors, and he was at Sylacauga
Well, it's
High.
got their name on the banner.
Their family just got recognized. And if you don't mind, David, tell us a little bit about that.
Okay, our Sylacauga High School Band Alumni Association was able to raise, I think, $25,000. I think for an endowed scholarship. It's an endowed foundation chair, and they raised this money in honor of our family.
Isn't that great?
What a great honor.
That's
And so the Board of Education, Sylacauga City Schools can use the residuals from that endowment to
Give scholarships.
Scholarships, but facilitate whatever the Sylacauga teachers and school system needs.
What they need. Okay,
Like if there's a teacher, they can apply for, I guess, grants is the way to say it. If a teacher needs a few computers in their classroom, they can draw from this account.
That's nice.
Or if the band director needs some new drum line or something like that.
Because it's
they could-
expensive to run a band.
Oh,
So
it is
Can
very
I
expensive.
talk
Yes.
about your grandfather?
Sure.
His grandfather was named Fess. Now, before I had to make a decision to play football and I was going to go football, I was actually in the band. Fess Simpkins, who is an icon among band directors, he'd be sitting over there all scrunched up in his seat, and his ashes on his cigarette would be about that far like that, and he'd be smoking in front of all the kids and letting a few words fly when somebody hit a bad note. And he'd flick those ashes down on the floor and stuff. God, he was such a character. and
Polarized.
loved by people, and your family and his dad too. That's who actually was a band director when I had my year or two in there. But yeah, just great family, David.
It was, and it's funny how I'm in this town now, because I can't tell you how many conversations I sat in on with me across the table from Scott Thompson.
Scott Thompson. Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, Scott.
James Thompson's son. So,
While my granddad and my dad, especially my dad and Mr. James, were really close friends. And lots of times they were getting together talking shop. Me and Scott would be over there like, oh my gosh, let's go home.
I bet you could tell some stories.
They do a good show, Brad.
That would be a great show, by the way.
So hey, Scott, if you're
That's
watching,
old school
That's
stuff,
awesome,
man.
That is old school stuff. You know, like your granddaddy and dad being icons in Sylacauga, James Thompson right here in Alexander City,
right.
man.
Deserve-
They actually liked each other.
That's right. How about that?
deservedly so. We love the Benjamin Russell band.
Yeah,
It's just awesome.
Good interaction, no doubt. Well, we're going to get David to hang on for one more segment because we got some other stuff we want to talk about. So we're going to take a break. Stay tuned. More Inside Cornerstone right after this.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
Whether it's Lake Martin, Lay Lake, or Logan Martin, boaters from all over the state of Alabama come to Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama, because it's worth the drive. With the best deals on unbeatable Suzuki outboards, Manitou and Landau tri-tunes, and a great pre-owned inventory while they last. Alex City Marine is the pros the locals know. And no matter where you're from, when you're here, you're local to us. Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama. AlexCityMarine.com.
As your State Farm team, we will be there for you with the financial strength to deliver on our promises. Service that's a sure thing. You can think of us as your good neighbors who help protect what's important to you. We're here when you need us the most. You can call us 24/7 to get answers to your questions, file a claim, or see if we can find you more ways to save. We have many coverages and many discounts. We can help protect more areas of your life and find every discount you qualify for along the way. Please call us or visit 2048 Cherokee Road for coverage you can count on.
Amanda Scroggins with RE/MAX Around the Lake will cover every inch of Lake Martin's 880 miles of shoreline to find your family's dream home. Amanda's experience is top-notch, and she is consistently a top 10 RE/MAX agent in the state of Alabama. Her love for her clients is sincere and from the heart. Call her today at 256-749-6634 or visit her website, amandascroggins.com today.
Medicine Express Family Pharmacy, located conveniently at the corner of Airport Drive and Highway 280 in Alexander City, offers friendly service, convenient drive-through service, and can answer any questions on prescriptions and vitamins. Local family owned with 30-plus years of pharmacy experience, they also offer compounding services, which includes personalized hormone replacement, therapies, and pain gels. And they accept most insurance and discount cards. Go see them today at Medicine Express Family Pharmacy.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
Welcome back, everyone, to Inside Cornerstone, and we still have David Simpkins with us. We made him hold on for one more segment.
He loves it.
We didn't let him leave. Yeah, I mean, again.
Not many want to stay, but
That's right.
David does.
Well, I think we complimented him enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said he wanted to come back over
I've
here.
got more here.
How could I leave?
Hey, well, we're so glad to have
Yeah,
David
thanks.
with us, and that was neat. I didn't know the background.
Yeah.
I knew you were from Sylacauga, and I knew that your family's name was on the band room, but I didn't know the detail.
Yeah.
And Billy tells such great stories, and so you're so good at the. I can picture him sitting there. I can picture him sitting there.
And most of it's true.
Somebody hit a bad note. I can't say what he would say. Coleman, is that you?
Yeah, he was.
Hey,
But that's a band. That's not a football coach. That's a band director.
Hey, old
He was
school band
tough.
guy.
He was tough,
doubt.
man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was a scary guy.
Back that generation, hey, that's why things were so good. Let's be
think
honest.
so.
Very
expect-
military, like.
right? You expect perfection.
That's right.
And somewhere along the lines in this world, we've kind of gotten to where we give everybody a trophy, no matter how bad
Yeah.
they sound.
There would be no
right?
back talking.
No back talking.
You lose
so.
your head if that happened.
So, look, it's an exciting time of year. I think we're 6 weeks away from
I
Christmas.
think we are. Yeah.
That's hard to believe. I know next week is Thanksgiving. Well, man, where did November go? I mean, this
I'm
month
a
is.
Thanksgiving fan.
Yeah,
I
right.
love
Now, we talked about that last week.
Yeah.
So, we've got a lot of stuff going on. But this time of year, it starts getting cooler outside finally. It seems like the weather's starting to change a little bit toward feeling like the season. But, music really is king this time of year in a lot of churches.
yeah.
And David, I just want to, I know you want to make an announcement of what's going on December 3rd, but the music takes a turn more toward Christmas music, toward the holiday season and what we have going on from now through the end of December. So, but a big date on December the 3rd coming up.
Yeah, that's right. We have several really big programs that'll happen during the month of December, but the first one, the first Sunday in Advent, is December 3rd, and we're going to kick off the season in a big, crazy way. We're going to be presenting our, I guess, first cantata, at least with me anyway.
Sure.
And it's a piece called "The Gift," and we're going to bring in it's going to feature our Cornerstone choir, our pianist and organist Robin Lewis and Tricia Hartsfield, and the choir members, and we're bringing in a couple of players from the Alabama Symphony.
Wow.
A little string quartet, some symphony people, and it's going to be a service of music and storytelling. We have Dave Upton and Ellen Martin will be our narrators. They'll
okay.
take us
Yeah.
through the story, and it'll all be. We'll get to experience the. It's actually built around the idea of the gifts that the
wise men.
the magi were bringing to the baby Jesus, and trying to find the baby Jesus for one thing. And so that's what it's called, The Gift, and I hope you can come. And we're going to actually present the program 2 times. In fact, we'll have to get up really early that morning because we'll have a rehearsal at 7:30, and then we'll present the first worship service at 9 o'clock. And we invite all the folks that normally would come to the Arbor service to come to the Green Street service for that one. And then there'll be the Sunday school hour, and then we'll do it again at the 11 o'clock hour at the Green Street.
Looking forward to
sanctuary.
that. That'll be the first week of December, and that'll really get the Christmas season started.
That's right.
I know you and I don't know how you feel, David. We don't celebrate and get into the holiday of Christmas until Thanksgiving's finished. We kind of, there's a lot of people start decorating in October. So we have a tradition in our house. As soon as Thanksgiving's over, the next day we go get our tree and start putting things up and all that. But that'll really get everybody going in as far as the Christmas season's going. I know you mentioned that you guys are going to be doing multiple things throughout December. Anything
That's
else
right.
you want to share?
The other big one I'd like to plug is
Yes.
the Wednesday evening, December 13th. Our children's choir is presenting their Christmas musical. First one we've done. I think it's the first one this church has done in a while.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's called "How Far Is It to Bethlehem?" and
It's kind of a dinner theater.
it's a dinner theater. We'll be having dinner at the Arbor. It'll be on the Arbor stage, and our kids. We have about 35 to 40 kids that'll be participating, and big shout out to Glenda Hill and Karen Keeson for helping put the whole thing together. They're sort of taking care of the logistics and the wardrobe and all that stuff, and I'm taking care of the music. And Sherry Tremelling will be assisting me with the music as well, and also some of our media team. that normally work with the Arbor Service will
Right.
be helping us as well, and looking forward to that. So it's going to be a great program, and even what we lack in musical skill, we'll make up for in cuteness, because the kids are just beautiful, great kids, and they're working really, really hard at this.
So many good people that
That's
you
right.
just named off that are involved. And,
That's right.
and again, I think we've said this multiple times on the show. It takes a lot of talent and a lot of giving by people to make things happen. And all of the different parts and the pieces that come together to pull these programs off. And, we want to invite people that aren't members of our church to come out and be part of these celebrations and these events, because we don't do it just for the people inside our walls. We invite people from other places, and you don't have to be looking for a church or anything. Just come and enjoy the music. I mean, it's a good time to do that.
That's right, and I'm glad you said that. Actually, the thing on December the 3rd, the cantata, is not something that you would normally see. I mean, it's
Takes a lot of work.
yeah, and the symphony folks,
Right.
and I mean, it's just a little bit higher level thing
Pretty
than you
special.
would, than you would normally catch at just a normal Sunday morning worship service. So it would definitely be worth coming to check out. If you've even just thought about coming and visiting Cornerstone, you should come on December the 3rd for sure.
Love to fill the sanctuary up twice that day at
You
9
remember,
o'clock
Brett,
and 11.
You remember back in April, or maybe it was May when the show started.
Right.
We talked about that we had a vision of a children's choir
Right,
coming.
right.
And all that stuff that we talked about with the Green Street choir was going to grow, and we're going to have this traditional service with this great choir, and we got David on board, and we said we're going to have youth, and we're working on that too. I think it's coming, but the children are already ready to do this. I mean, that makes me want to run back there and slap Kane back there, because I'm so excited that you talk about something and it comes true.
That's right.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, when I first got here, we had about 10 or 15 active,
yeah,
and now we're about 30,
That's
32 folks involved with the adult choir program, and then we have about almost 40 children. So it's a never a dull moment.
You seen our children's minute lately?
I think that's a good place to stop and talk about success breeding success. People gravitate toward good things. They're not gonna. Again, you don't have to tell everybody that you've got a good program. Your eyes can tell you, and by the growth of both of those, tells you the health and the excitement around our music program.
Yeah.
And what people want to be involved. It's just human nature. Doesn't matter what it is in life. They want to be involved with something positive and something uplifting and something that's really good and something that has high energy.
Right.
And I think we check all those boxes with what you guys are doing with the music program, because if it wasn't going well, you wouldn't be growing. And so that to me, you don't have to hear anybody tell you how good something is. Just let your ears and your eyes do the talking for you. So,
And we have a good time. I mean, our
We
folks,
do a lot of laughing.
we do a lot of laughing.
Kinda like this show.
laughing.
Right. It's very much like this morning at our staff meeting was very much like the show.
Yeah, that's right.
It was-
you're just getting warmed up, aren't
yeah,
you?
not sure we accomplished much, but we laughed a lot.
But I think it's
We do, yeah.
striking the balance between having a good time, because nobody has to come to choir practice,
Right.
So
That's
they
right.
want to have a good time, but at the same time, while we're laughing and having a good time, also want to find our moments where we can grow musically and spiritually and
It's a good way of looking at it.
emotionally and personally, just grow as people and
Right.
grow together as a fellowship. So
Well, before we let you go, David, Sunday's the cook-off. So you guys will be down there. You have another band that will be playing during the cook-off, which, again, from 4 to 6. This coming up Sunday, the food will be ready at 5 o'clock. But your band will be there playing, and I'll let you kind of plug that a little bit.
Sure, we're excited. David Hand, our youth pastor, asked us to play again. We played at the church a few months ago.
Right.
and,
Great.
They are great.
But it's a band called Highway 77. It's really based out of the Talladega area.
Right.
And I've been with them a little over 2 years. They needed a keyboard player a while back, and I'm one of those church guys that really loves rock and roll.
There you go.
So
Nothing wrong with it.
So during the cook-off, we'll be giving you a little bit of Eagles and
That's good.
Van Morrison or
Just no Elton John. No.
we might sneak an Elton John song in or two, maybe. Not too many.
Had to throw that in there for Billy. He's such a big Elton John fan. By
We
the
have
way,
a
for everybody.
have a good time though, and I'm currently involved with that group. And there's another little group, a little side group I play with some called the Amber Lee Trio.
Okay.
Kind of back up a girl named Amber Lee Jones. She's a really great singer, and we church musicians sometimes we have to supplement our income a little
There
bit.
you go. Hey, dabble in all kind of different
Well,
things.
they're
like
super
that.
good. And
Well, David, we appreciate you
Thanks.
coming
We
out
do.
here.
Thanks.
It's always a pleasure.
Thanks,
And
Dave.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
we look forward to, again, December 3rd, the cantata at 9 and 11 in the Green Street Sanctuary. Make sure you make plans to come, as he just said. Pretty special opportunity with the Alabama Symphony and the players that'll be coming up for that. I'm excited about it already. I'm looking forward to it. And then on December 13th, our children's musical. We'll be plugging that over the next few weeks, though. But, David, appreciate you, buddy.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dave.
Thanks so much.
Appreciate it.
Up against another break. Stay tuned. More Inside Cornerstone right after this.
And I love Kane, by the way. I'm not gonna slap him.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Vice. Vice Motors.
Whether it's Lake Martin, Lay Lake, or Logan Martin, boaters from all over the state of Alabama come to Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama, because it's worth the drive. With the best deals on unbeatable Suzuki outboards, Manitou and Landau tri-tunes, and a great pre-owned inventory while they last. Alex City Marine is the pros the locals know. And no matter where you're from, when you're here, you're local to us. Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama. AlexCityMarine.com.
As your State Farm team, we will be there for you with the financial strength to deliver on our promises. Service that's a sure thing. You can think of us as your good neighbors who help protect what's important to you. We're here when you need us the most. You can call us 24/7 to get answers to your questions, file a claim, or see if we can find you more ways to save. We have many coverages and many discounts. We can help protect more areas of your life and find every discount you qualify for along the way. Please call us or visit 2048 Cherokee Road for coverage you can count on.
Medicine Express Family Pharmacy, located conveniently at the corner of Airport Drive and Highway 280 in Alexander City, offers friendly service, convenient drive-through service, and can answer any questions on prescriptions and vitamins. Local family owned with 30-plus years of pharmacy experience, they also offer compounding services, which includes personalized hormone replacement, therapies, and pain gels. And they accept most insurance and discount cards. Go see them today at Medicine Express Family Pharmacy.
Amanda Scroggins with RE/MAX Around the Lake will cover every inch of Lake Martin's 880 miles of shoreline to find your family's dream home. Amanda's experience is top-notch, and she is consistently a top 10 RE/MAX agent in the state of Alabama. Her love for her clients is sincere and from the heart. Call her today at 256-749-6634 or visit her website, amandascroggins.com, today.
For 30 years, Derek Blythe has built a reputation in the Alexander City area as the family attorney. He's always been passionate about fighting for his clients because he believes everyone deserves an advocate in their corner. People of his community deserve to have someone in their corner to fight for them. And he loves making lasting relationships with those people and their family. Whether you're seeking child custody, divorce, visitation, looking for compensation after being injured in a car accident, probating an estate, dealing with a contractual dispute, fighting
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
Welcome back to Inside Cornerstone here, one final segment. I want to also plug something real quick that's not necessarily connected with our church, but connected with, we have a lot of people connected to it. Friday night at the Sportplex, if you're not doing anything, come out and support Benjamin Russell's football
round
team.
of the playoffs.
Second round of the playoffs.
Yeah.
But we got so many kids playing football or cheerleading or on the dance team or in the band or men and women of BRHS. We've got a lot of our youth that are active in something going on. So come out and support.
I've got a funny story.
Well, I figured you would.
The cheerleaders came to Jacob's Ladder, and they're doing an Auburn, Alabama pep rally.
Right.
Kids are all dressed up in whatever school they're for. Well, I come down to be a part of it, and I'm looking around, and they made this big old piece of paper like the kids run through when they come out on the field.
Right.
You know, I used to have guys that they were the first tear the paper and come out there and then wouldn't play worth a nickel the rest of the game. You know, so what they had
all their energy ripping the paper.
They had the Auburn one up there, see, and the exit door was behind it, and so it was facing. The kids ran through the front of it and ran outside, and the teachers all chased them. So, no, come back. And so one kid come up to me and said, "Are you for Auburn?" I said, "Well, I used to be, but when y'all ran through the wrong way on the sign,
I may be changing.
I don't know.
Maybe changing
I don't know
my
what I
allegiance.
am, but you should have seen that, man. That was hilarious.
So
you know, kids will make you lay down
man.
and just roll.
It's so fun to be
They
around
are
kids.
so fun.
But you're right. I saw the pictures.
Yeah.
You know, they've been doing that for a while.
Oh, the cheerleaders were great, man.
Come to
They were
Jacob's
super.
Ladder and
Yeah,
have the little
yeah.
Auburn, Alabama pep rally, and it's a lot of fun.
You
so
never know what you're going to get.
you don't. But, you know, I do want to encourage, as you watch the show on Friday night, the game between Benjamin Russell Hueytown. It's going to be a big game. It'll be the
I think it's
second
gonna be a
round of
good game.
I think it's going to be an outstanding game.
Yeah.
So just wanted to do a quick plug there because we got so many kids from our church that are involved in some type of organization, whether they're playing football or whether they're a dancer or a cheerleader or band member or men and women of BRHS.
And to see a community come together, we talk about the church, a community comes
Right.
together. At what other point in the year does the whole community come and become one? It's probably at the football game.
No
right?
doubt. What else would you rather be doing on Friday night
Yeah,
than
true.
packing the Plex out and supporting?
Yeah.
All right, Coach. It was Veterans Day this Sunday, and
thanks
it's
for bringing
always
it up.
a phenomenal time to honor our veterans. And you and I talked about a little preview last week leading up to the service, but just another great service. Had the Boy Scouts involved, and I'll kick it to you to kind of just do a recap of your message.
Well, the title of the message was Honoring the Sacrifice. And, you know, Veterans Day kind of poses a question to the church. And is it appropriate to do Veterans Day recognition in the church with the cross and Christ and stuff? Well, I'm way on one side of that says absolutely it is. And we use a scripture from Romans that basically said when dealing with the public officials, if you need to pay taxes, pay taxes. If you owe somebody something, then you owe somebody something. And then it comes in the last little phrase that says, if it's honor, then honor. And what better group to honor in our society than those men and women that left the comforts of this life that we live? I recalled times in my family's life, in my personal life, where I was doing the things, that I really wanted to do. I was hunting somewhere or we're watching a game together as a family or going to our churches. And those veterans left it. Why? To make a sacrifice so me and you could have this show and enjoy it Freedom is not free.
Well, we tied that in with Jesus last week. I said it's.
Yeah,
I think
right.
I brought it up. I said
Right.
it's very similar.
It is.
on a smaller scale, but
Yeah.
these people decided they were going to, like you said, leave the comfort of their
Yes.
lifestyle
And
to
Jesus
go.
left heaven.
That's right. To go and fight and defend our rights and our freedoms.
Well, we talked about in the message the concepts of war. We have a scripture out of Galatians about the full armor of God, talking about swords and helmets that we wear, because we are in a war. We're fighting a spiritual war.
Right.
Paul calls some of his followers and co-workers soldiers of Christ. And we sing songs like Onward Christian Soldiers Marching on to War.
Remember singing that in Vacation Bible
Hey,
School.
don't you think for a second there's not a spiritual war going on in this country right now? We talk about it every week on this show. And we are...
Just look at the protests going on.
That's right. So when we honor the sacrifice, we're honoring this sacrifice first and foremost, and then all those people, those men and women.
And again, not to make this not to spin this in a political way, but I think people here in the United States, we get so comfortable, and when there's conflict and things going on in the world, it just seems so far away from us that sometimes we're numb to it, and we go, well, we see it on TV, we hear about it, but we go on living our normal life, and I think people need to wake up a little bit and see what's actually going on in our backyard right now. It should scare people a little bit. It really should. I mean, if you want to think about your freedoms and you want to think about your ability to worship Christ and be a Christian, it's more in jeopardy now than it ever has been.
Amen.
And I just think people need to understand, and they need to be aware of what's going on. This is not just going on over in the Middle East or going on in a foreign nation somewhere. This is here in our backyard now, and it's going on every single day. If you have any type of knowledge of what's going on in the news, you see it.
Let me tell you one of the scariest quotes I've ever heard. I heard it today. Are you a David Jeremiah fan? I am. I love David Jeremiah.
I pretty much for about 3 years didn't miss on the radio every single day.
David
at 10
Jeremiah,
o'clock,
he's scripture 100%. Well, nobody can argue that. David Jeremiah
He's
said,
phenomenal, by
he
the
said this, Brett, recently. He said, America will turn its back on Israel. Now, that is a scary quote. I really can't argue. Look, when we look at our country,
see the signs right now?
Yeah, we got our signs, literally signs out in our streets. And Brett, this is dangerous, but maybe we'll get taken off the air for this. But if America turns its back on Israel, then is God going to be there as our foundation?
I'm gonna say
we better
this.
not do that.
Well, and again, we don't have enough time to dive into.
No, we don't.
Well, but what I was gonna say is that we've talked about Revelations in our Sunday school class, and I think you need to understand that nowhere in the Bible is the United States mentioned.
That's right.
It's not referenced at all. So what happens, to our country down the line? Is this the first step of, and again, we don't know what the end's going to be. But you read through all of that, and it's not there. So what does that mean for? I think people need to think about that.
Well, when Billy Coleman says that, it doesn't mean a whole lot. But when David Jeremiah says that America's going to turn its back on Israel, I mean, people listen, and I'm one of them. And when you look at what's happening in the world, that is absolutely scary.
I was watching a newscast the other day, and they were showing these protests in all these big cities. And
in America?
Yeah. Well,
right.
that's where I was going with. And he looked at, and he just kind of stopped, and he said, I want everybody to watch this. He said, this is going on in the United States. He said, is this the country that
our veterans fought for?
Yeah. Is this? He said, I think everybody needs to take a step back and look at what we've become.
Exactly. Yes,
and
sir.
he said that it is not the United States of America like we've been used to.
It doesn't seem that way.
Well, it doesn't. And I think, again, not to make people terrified, but I think it's a little bit naive to turn your head and act like nothing's going on over here, because we've had a lot of people come over here into this country, a lot the right way, but a lot not the right way, and they're not accounted for, and you don't know where they come from and what their intentions are. And look, we didn't think 9/11 would ever happen in the United States, did we?
And that kind of pulled us back together, and I'm in hopes that I don't think it's too late.
But listen, why do we said this last week, why do we have to have a tragedy happen to bring us together?
I know.
And it seems like we're heading down that path again. So I hope and pray that that's not the case, but unfortunately it does seem that way.
All I know is this: please, God bless America.
No doubt.
God bless America.
So, and we are still blessed to be, but
we
got to
certainly
be able
are
to defend what we're doing. We got to be able to sustain, or it will be taken away from us.
That's right.
So that's going to wrap it up for Inside Cornerstone.
That's
Again,
heavy right there.
A lot of great things that we discussed. I'm glad to have David Simpkins on the show with us here today, and we'll continue to plug the dates. A lot of great things going on. Remember, the cook-off is this Sunday coming up from 4 to 6. That's going to wrap it up. For Coach Billy Coleman, I'm Brett Pritchard saying we've enjoyed it.
Thanks for watching.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
For 30 years, Derek Blythe has built a reputation in the Alexander City area as the family attorney. He's always been passionate about fighting for his clients because he believes everyone deserves an advocate in their corner. People of his community deserve to have someone in their corner to fight for them. And he loves making lasting relationships with those people and their family. Whether you're seeking child custody, divorce, visitation, looking for compensation after being injured in a car accident, probating an estate, dealing with a contractual dispute, fighting criminal charges, Eric Blythe is here for you.
Whether it's Lake Martin, Lay Lake, or Logan Martin, boaters from all over the state of Alabama come to Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama, because it's worth the drive. With the best deals on unbeatable Suzuki outboards, Manitou and Landau tri-tunes, and a great pre-owned inventory while they last. Alex City Marine is the pros the locals know. And no matter where you're from, when you're here, you're local to us. Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama. AlexCityMarine.com.
Medicine Express Family Pharmacy, located conveniently at the corner of Airport Drive and Highway 280 in Alexander City, offers friendly service, convenient drive-through service, and can answer any questions on prescriptions and vitamins. Local family owned with 30-plus years of pharmacy experience, they also offer compounding services, which includes personalized hormone replacement, therapies, and pain gels. And they accept most insurance and discount cards. Go see them today at Medicine Express Family Pharmacy.
As your State Farm team, we will be there for you with the financial strength to deliver on our promises. Service that's a sure thing. You can think of us as your good neighbors who help protect what's important to you. We're here when you need us the most. You can call us 24/7 to get answers to your questions, file a claim, or see if we can find you more ways to save. We have many coverages and many discounts. We can help protect more areas of your life and find every discount you qualify for along the way. Please call us or visit 2048 Cherokee Road for coverage you can count on.
Amanda Scroggins with RE/MAX Around the Lake will cover every inch of Lake Martin's 880 miles of shoreline to find your family's dream home. Amanda's experience is top-notch, and she is consistently a top 10 RE/MAX agent in the state of Alabama. Her love for her clients is sincere and from the heart. Call her today at 256-749-6634 or visit her website, amandascroggins.com today.